Hi, this is Brendan from Watto Training, and in this tutorial we take a look at the Qsafe specific driving situations. In front of us we have the Qsafe driver assessment report form. What we're focusing on today is second from the top left, specific driving situations. This is a list of the specific driving situations and we're going to go through each one. This is a close-up of what it looks like on the form, and you can see that there are circles next to each situation. The assessor will tick the circle as those items are covered. Just want to outline there's a limitation to this tutorial. We're focusing today on explaining what the specific driving situations are rather than a detailed look at how they relate to the Qsafe testing system as covered by an examiner. It is essential that the design of all training circuits take into consideration the safety of the trainer, the applicant, and other road users. Let's take a look first of all at intersections. Roundabouts, combination turns. In this situation, the examiner would ask the applicant to take a left turn, then an immediate right. That is what a combination turn would be. More than one direction given to the applicant at a time. And the reason being is that that right turn comes up very quickly, so that is the reasoning behind giving two instructions up front. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, the staggered intersection. This is one that I use in my training at Launton on the north side of Brisbane. And you can see here we've got a definition. A staggered intersection is a crossroad where two opposing arms of the intersection are offset. So lower part of the screen we have Spencer Street, top part of the screen we have Spencer Street as well. So it's the same street name, and we can see it's cut by Bray Road. We can also see that there's a give way sign there. They don't always need to have a give way sign or a broken give way line on the road. Sometimes they don't. And the diagram here shows the applicant driving through, giving way to the left and right, and making sure there's no vehicles coming through and then moving through the intersection. No indicator required. I do know when I train in other areas they do indicate, but again, I'd probably just encourage you to check locally as to what the driving examiners expect on that. But it's to be treated like an offset crossroad. So in that sense, that would indicate that there's no signalling required. Okay, this is more accurate for what we see at the intersection between Spencer and Bray, because we have some islands which I've coloured in blue, and we have the give way line and the give way signs that the applicant must obey. Next, we've got the one-way intersection. Now, you see these around Stanley Street and Vulture Street near the Gabba, where you've got these big multi-lane intersections controlled by traffic lights. Uncontrolled intersections, no signs, no signals. Controlled stop, controlled give way. Controlled signals. By signals they mean traffic lights. Direction markings, that is the painted arrows on the road. Direction signs. Multi-lane roads. Edge lines. The edge lines mark the edge of the road. The area to the left of the edge line is called the shoulder of the road and is not an extra lane for vehicles to travel. Cyclists may travel on the road shoulder. That's one of the training areas I use at Redcliffe, and that's Redcliffe High over there. Just a sidestep for a moment to motorcyclists. With an open license for the type of motorcycle they are riding, can use the road shoulder on roads with a speed limit of 90 kilometers an hour or over to pass stationary or slow-moving traffic, providing they're not traveling over 30 kilometers an hour. A good example of where I've seen that is, again, forgive me for our regional applicants, but in southeast Queensland, if you're driving home from the Sunshine Coast back to Brisbane on a Sunday afternoon, you see this play out a lot because the traffic's very slow moving and the motorcycles will use the road shoulder in those situations on the freeway to head back to Brisbane. Edge lines, You must not cross the continuous white line at the edge of the road unless you are overtaking to the left of a vehicle that is turning right or making a U-turn, driving a slow-moving vehicle to allow other vehicles to overtake or pass. You can cross a continuous white edge line and travel for up to 100 meters when you are entering or leaving a single-lane road, turning at an intersection from a single-lane road, stopping at the side of a road unless signs or markings say not to. If you are on a multi-lane road, you should not cross any edge line before turning. If the edge line is yellow, as seen on the left side of the picture there, stopping and parking is prohibited where the line is marked. Now that's Launton train station, so that's a very busy area, especially early in the morning and late in the afternoon. Continuing in our section on intersections from the specific driving situations, crossroads, left, right, and straight ahead. T-sections, left, right, okay, not straight ahead. Apologies for that one. Crossings, pedestrian crossings, children's crossings, level crossings, higher and lower speed. Okay, so higher speed zone is equal to or greater than 80 kilometers an hour, for example, on the freeway or motorway. And a lower speed zone is less than 60 kilometers per hour, for example, local traffic areas with traffic calming and school zones. Just to make a little note about our high speed zones, some people say to me in some of the very built up areas that they don't get to high speed zones. Most of them will, in my experience, will get to at least a 70 zone. Okay, traffic density. Traffic density refers to heavy traffic, so higher density traffic, and lower density, where there's little or no traffic. Lane driving. The first part of that is lane change. So we've just got a diagram here of a vehicle making a standard lane change. One-ways, marked lanes. You can see the white lines on the road, they're considered marked lanes. And lane driving, unmarked lanes. So we've got the little black gets there driving along with no lane markings. Wider lanes, you can see quite a wide lane there for vehicle A. And narrower lanes, so there's not much space on the sides to the left and the right of vehicle A. Lane driving, curves and bends. High speed merging. Merging when there's a broken line that continues along and two lanes go to one. And then merging where the broken line disappears. Here's an example of an area I use for training on Dolly's Rocks Road, where we have Marumba Downs on the north side of Brisbane. We have a bike lane. We have a slip lane that's coming from the left as well. So as this driver moves along, they've not only got to monitor the bike lane and the traffic possibly coming from the left, there's also the issue of a stream of traffic on the right, and we can see the white painted arrows pointing to move across. And we can see the white sign up there saying merge right. So this is a merge situation that you would run through with your learner. Thanks for watching. This has been Brendan from Watto Training.